So historical maps are used to show information about the past. Here you see the continent of Africa, and the continent of Africa used to be largely dominated by European countries. Here, over here in the map key, you'll see several different European countries listed, like Belgium, France, Germany, Great Britain, Italy, Portugal, and Spain, and that how those color codes are linked up with different parts of Africa during their era of colonial rule. Now, since then, these countries have declared independence. Um, we do see some information down here. So, South Africa, for example, that even after it was declared independent, it would continue to be ruled by a white minority until 1994. This is the home of Nelson Mandela, and they practiced what was called apartheid, in which the races were separated, and even though the whites were a minority in South Africa, they ruled until again the rise of Nelson Mandela back in 1994, and he was freed from prison, and then eventually became the president of South Africa prior to his death. Then, if we take a look at the double asterisks of Rhodesia, Zimbabwe declared independence in 1965 but wasn't recognized. And so here's Zimbabwe right here. And there is a lot of information on this historical map, um, and that it's important that you kind of go slow. It tells you what years each of these countries declared independence from their colonial powers. Uh, and as most of us are not super familiar with the African continent and all the different countries in there, again, it's important that you take your time, that you scan the map and look for information and read the information that is in the parentheses. Um, and if you have any questions, you guys will notice that there's some diagonal lines on here as well. So we can see that there's non-European powers that are ruled here. So this was largely controlled under um, Namibia. There was controlled by Germany, but for a while there was under control of South Africa. So um, since South Africa is a fellow African nation, that's why you see the diagonal lines here. Countries that were never colonized. You can see Liberia, for example. So take your time. If you have questions, um, feel free to contact me on email or ask to link up on Google Meets and we can look at this together.